Liverpool 3, Newcastle 2, and I can finally breathe. I can breathe. I can finally just allow the feeling to set in. We've come away with the 3 points. We've left St. James's Park with 3 points. Raucous atmosphere, exciting, energetic. And you know what? That Liverpool performance? Shocking. Awful, diabolical, disgusting, terrible performance, if you ask me. That is one of our worst performances that I've seen. You go away from home, and Newcastle without their best player. Obviously, we know who the guy is. Alexander Isak. He's coming to us. Soon come. But I'll talk about that later. Alexander Isak. They don't have him. And we are dominated from minute one. Dominated. They are dominating us. Pinned us back. We can't keep the ball. We can't get out of our half. But we stay strong. The defense stays solid. Virgil van Dijk extremely solid for the first half. And then, against the run of play, Ryan Gravenberch, 1-0. I'm thinking, we're really on here. We're on here. 1-0. Obviously, we're still getting dominated though, but we're 1-0 up. This is a different side of Liverpool. A side where we're showing defensive stability, strongness at the back. We haven't been showing that in the Community Shield and then against Bournemouth. So I'm thinking, all right, we're solid here defensively. This is what we need. Anthony Gordon gets sent off. Things go from bad to worse for Newcastle. Their best player on the night, their best player on the park, Anthony Gordon, probably the best player on the park for the game. He goes off. Red card, awful tackle. Don't know what he's thinking. VAR finally does something good for us and Anthony Gordon gets sent off. And so I'm thinking, wow, we can just control the rest of this game, keep the ball, maybe score another one, and we just go home and we're happy. Win, comfortable victory, and gives us confidence going into the Arsenal game. So then we start the second half, and a guy who's soon becoming one of my favourite Liverpool players already, Hugo Ekitike, unbelievable finish, composure. Start the half, 20 seconds in, Arnie Slot's not even out on the pitch here. He's not out on the sideline yet, and we've scored. Ekitike, what a wonderful finish. For me, that's a striker's finish, composed, side foot. You don't need to smash anything. You don't need to lash at the ball. That's a composed finish, and it was very, very nice to see. And then, you think now the game is done. Maybe it could even get to 4, but honestly, the most important things is keep a clean sheet, make sure we get the victory, and then just keep the ball, keep the ball, knock it around, take the sting out of the game. What do we go on to do? The complete opposite. The complete opposite. Newcastle score with a awful piece of defending. We look so defensively fragile, so fragile. If it wasn't for Virgil van Dijk, we lose that game definitely, comfortably. We look so fragile. Kirkes, that defending at the far post for Bruno Guimaraes' goal, that is one of the worst pieces of... What is he doing? What is he? He's twerking. He's twerking. Back post. What? Like, I don't understand what his idea of defending was there. I don't know what he was hoping to achieve, but it was an awful piece of defending. And we go down 1-0. I think Alisson maybe could have done better, but we go down... we don't go down 1. We go up... We're up 2-1, but they get 1 back. And so I'm thinking, okay, let's start playing. It's a wake-up call. Let's start playing, keep the ball around, maybe create some more chances. We've got a man extra. Let's create some more chances. Let's do some, do some damage. Play our football. They start peppering us. Balls getting whipped into the box, left, right, and centre. Set pieces. You're versing Newcastle. Their kind of only threat at the moment is from set pieces, yet we keep giving away free kicks. Stand up. Stop giving away fouls. Stop giving away fouls anywhere in our half. Because you know what's coming. The ball's getting whipped into the box. Dan Burns going to try and attack it. They've got big players. They've got players who can attack the ball off set pieces. That's their only hope. Yet we keep giving set pieces, throw-ins, long throws, corners. We are getting dominated. And I'm thinking in my head, we're going to concede again. I said it out loud. We're going to concede again. We have a man extra, yet we are going to concede again. And what happens? 87th minute. Our worst player on the park, Ibrahima Konate, one of my favourite Liverpool players, but our worst player, and I think he's been our worst player this season to start the season. Community Shield, disgustingly bad. Bournemouth game, awful. And then against Newcastle, awful. That's his worst ever performance that I've seen in a Liverpool shirt. He was horrible. We concede again. He makes the mistake. We concede again. 2-2. And I'm thinking we're done. Even then, 2-2. All right, Liverpool, start doing something. Start doing something. Get some attacks going. Start doing something. Keep the ball. Move the ball quickly. Start doing something. And what happens? Newcastle continue to dominate. Newcastle continue to pepper our goal, continue to whip balls into the box. And I'm thinking, what on earth is going on here? This is not the Liverpool side I saw last year. This is not the Liverpool side I expected to see this season. Defensively, so fragile. So fragile. There was too many howler performances. Florian Wirtz, non-existent for the game. Genuinely non-existent for the game. Awful performance, abysmal performance. Mohamed Salah, Awful, abysmal performance. Horrid, really horrid. Konate and Kirkes. For those four, for me, awful performances. Good performances. Ekatike took his goal well. Couldn't really hold up the ball too well, but he was working for the team. He was relieving some sort of pressure, and then the composure for the goal, that's enough for me. And then Szoboszlai, for me, our second best player on the night. Unbelievable performance at right back. I thought he looked great. I think he should start there against Arsenal. He looked really good. And then Virgil van Dijk, my God, what can I say about that guy? He's just unbelievable. He's colossal. He wins every single ball that comes into the box. Anything that gets near him, bang, big header, another one, clearances, left, right, center, clearances. That's a performance that I need to see from Virgil van Dijk, especially after the last two performances. That's what I expect to see from our captain and our best player and most important player. And then, that's probably it for the good performances. That's probably it. Then in extra time, we see Rio and Gamora coming on. I'm thinking, I said it in our group chat, I think he can create something. I think he can do something. He comes on, 16 years old. And with basically his first touch in the 110th minute, wins us the game. Wonderful team move. I didn't notice how great the team move was live, but since I've watched it back, and it was an unbelievable team move. Every single player except for Dominic Szoboszlai touched the ball in that move, and he had the most important piece, and it was the dummy. An unbelievable dummy, great composure, great thinking. Leaves it for Rio and Gamora, and he buries his chance. He doesn't take a touch. He doesn't shy away from it. And that's the kind of player he is. He's confident. He comes on and does what he needs to do. He comes on and he runs at defenders. He's confident. He attacks defenders. He's direct. And he takes his chance just like that. 110th minute, your Premier League debut. 100th minute, 10 minutes added on your Premier League debut. And you come on and you bury the chance in a freaking terrible atmosphere to be at for a Liverpool player, and he comes on and he scores. 16-year-old Premier League debut. Come on, man. 4th youngest goal scorer in Premier League history. Liverpool's youngest ever goal scorer, and he takes his chance. And you know what? He deserves to play. He was our best player in preseason. He deserves to play, and he deserves to play more. He's showing that he really. People are saying we don't have enough attacking options, and I agree. But he's showing that he is an attacking option, and he is an option for us off the bench, and he deserves to play more minutes. That's what I'm saying. He deserves to play more minutes. Cody Gakpo's spot might be in a bit of trouble come 4 or 5 weeks time when Ngamo is still performing. So for me, that's an extremely great positive. But there's a lot of negatives to take from the game. But I'm glad that we're at a stage where we can take so many negatives, and yet we leave the game away from home in a ground that's difficult to go to and difficult to win with 3 points. So for me, that's the takeaways. Newcastle, I feel like Newcastle, sell us Isak. You got to stop the bleeding. You have no striker. If Newcastle had Alexander Isak or a good striker for their first 2 games, they win both. They beat us and they beat Villa. They win both games. They start the season 6 points. They're in a season where they need to sell Isak to be able to spend money. And if they don't spend the money, they are going to get knocked out of Champions League in the group stage. They're going to finish outside the Champions League spots for next season. They're not going to qualify for the Champions League. They're not going to get that money. They're not going to get the money from finishing high in the Premier League, and they're not going to get the money for qualifying for the Champions League. So you've got to think: is it worth keeping Alexander Isak to rot on the bench? I don't think so. Sign a striker. Go get yourself Nicholas Jackson, because for me, I rate Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson and Wissa, if they go and get both, that is a good front three. Jackson, Alanga, and Gordon is a good front three. That's going to cause teams a lot of problems, especially in the way that Newcastle play, and especially off the counter-attack. That is going to cause Newcastle problems. I can see Jackson scoring 14, 15 goals for Newcastle. I can see Gordon getting 10. I can see Alanga getting 7, 8. I can see that happening. That's a pretty good front three. So you got to build on what you have. Sell Isak. Sign both of those 2 strikers with the Isak money, and they're in a good situation. They're in a good situation. So just, stop the bleeding. Give us our guy. Let him go where he wants to go to. It's going to happen already. So just let it happen. Stop being stubborn. You got owners who are tweeting, let's get at him before the game. Co-owner tweeting that. What kind of ridiculous club is this? Let Isak go. Free Isak. You're keeping him hostage. Let's see. Let's see what Newcastle do. There's a week left in the window, and let's see. Liverpool, we need work. Please go get me Mark Guehi. Please. Get that done. Guehi done. We need that done. We need that done straight away. Go get Guehi done. Go get Isak done, and we can finish the window. Me, I'll be happy if that's what happens. Guehi, Isak, end the window. Great window. I'm gonna do another video. This is just my recap, but yeah, I'm gonna do another video on the Arsenal Liverpool, that matchup. We're versing Arsenal. That's a big game, and you know how many Arsenal fans. If you watch Let 'Em Shoot, you know what I deal with week in, week out. I need Liverpool to come correct for that game. I need us to come get that victory. I might do a combined 11 in another video before the game, but yeah, this is my Liverpool Newcastle match recap. What a game, man! What a game. Let me know what you guys want to see more. What kind of content you want to see, and I'll get that to you.